to believe in your story as much as possible and believing in yourself telling the story will make it a very convincing presentation. The final part of my workshop, which is that now you have your story, and how can you tell it now to the audience? Okay, so this is our last part, which is the last part of our triangle, which is audience. And I think that to tell a story very convincingly, first, you need to be convinced yourself. You need to believe that you want it to be presented this way. Have you ever experienced, like, for example, when you're teaching or when you tell a story to a friend that you don't really know all the details and you try to tell it to them and it doesn't make sense, or you're trying to tell a story but you yourself are not very convinced, usually doesn't turn out very well. So what I mean is that to believe in your story as much as possible and believing in yourself telling the story will make it a very convincing presentation. And that is very important when you go on the stage, especially if you have, let's say, 3,000 people, 6,000 pairs of eyes staring at you. It's always good to have a very convincing story. And then secondly, I think it's all about the attitudes. So I'm sure anybody who has gone on a stage before and you are nervous and you walk on the stage and you're sort of like this, you are avoiding eye contact with the audience and you're not smiling, you have a poker face. And how does it make the audience feel? So audience, they're just, they had their dinner, they're happily, walking into the concert hall. They just want to enjoy a night of great performance. And then here comes the artist, all, not smiling with poker face and is avoiding eye contact. How does it make the audience feel? I certainly would feel I don't feel welcomed. The artist doesn't want me there. Okay, so I feel the next thing about stage presence is that you want to make the audience feel very welcome. You want them there. You're very happy to play for them. And it has always helped me that I go on the stage with the state of mind, feeling that I am grateful for all the wonderful music and grateful for the venue and the piano. And I just want to share this wonderful music with you. If I go on a stage with this kind of attitude, I feel this instant connection with the audience that, is sitting down there, or whoever is listening to me play or listening to me talk. And the moment I feel that, I feel support. And when you feel support from the audience, you do even better. So it's always good to make the audience feel welcomed, feel warm, and you're there to share your music with them. Okay, so that, stage presence is extremely important, and also about, posture. Like imagine if you're going on like with your slouching, it doesn't make you feel confident. And the moment you feel that, all you need to do is simply straighten up your posture and put on a smile. Try it next time before you go on the stage. It instantly make you feel better. And then you feel more confident to walk out on the stage. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about stage presence is about programming. So I think programming is very important when you present a concert. It's always to program something that you love. And as pianists, we have so much repertoire. We have, repertoire for more than a lifetime. That means there's got to be pieces that you love and composers you love. So it's always good to find those pieces you enjoy performing and not the pieces that you don't want to play. And simply because there's so many repertoire to choose from already. And I remember this very clearly. My teacher at the time wanted me to learn Shostakovich Sonata #1. I don't know if you know the piece, but the piece is not only very hard, but for me, it doesn't work so well with me. So I put it off and put it off and put it off until it was too late. And of course, the performance did not go so well. So these are just ideas that, you want to find pieces that connects with you personally, because everybody has different personality and character. Like for me, Rachmaninoff and Chopin, Mozart, especially, it really speaks to me, or Spanish music. So you can look for those composers and music that connects especially well with you. So there is more likely a chance that you will be able to present it well with the audience. Okay. And programming for a concert, it's always good to have some kind of thing, like I just said about Rachmaninoff, a whole concert of Rachmaninoff. And it makes a lot of sense from the first piece to the last piece. And it gets a lot of fun when you can decide what pieces you want to present to the audience in a concert. Okay, and the next thing is about stage attire. I used to think stage attire didn't matter so much, but I really changed my mind over the years. I think as you see in the Schumann piece versus the Rachmaninoff, I am choosing my presentation according to colors. Like Schumann for me is very warm and it's red. This was actually an encore from a concert where I played Chopin Concerto #1. And I felt it was a very warm concert. And with Rachmaninoff, I chose black because I feel that it fits with the music better. So instantly, when I put on this gown to play Rachmaninoff, I feel like I am in the character already. Okay, and the next thing I want to get on is about nervousness, the nerves on stage. So everybody gets nervous, and we've all experienced being so nervous on the stage that we cannot perform. It's out of control, especially when the pieces are not learned well and the memory is not spot on, and you are so nervous. You go on the stage and your hands are shaking, your legs are shaking, and you don't feel like you can do well. So I just want to say that everybody gets nervous. Not just for, the beginners, everybody gets nervous. And I was counting how many public talks or performances I've done since I was young. And I think it's well over 1,000 events. And I still get nervous. I still get nervous before I go on the stage. And I was telling Adam that before this workshop, I was very nervous. So everybody gets nervous. And I actually think that being nervous is a good thing because it means that you care about this performance. And the adrenaline makes you feel even better. And for Adam, he's nervous because he wants the festival to go on well, which it is going very well. So I think nervousness is very good. However, over nervous, out of control nervousness will definitely not be good for your presentation. So what can you do then? I have found that the best way to get over nervousness is, first of all, to go back to the moment on stage. When you're on stage, you're nervous and then you cannot perform. I want you to go back to that moment and try to experience that one more time, however, with a very clear mind. Think about why you're nervous. Everybody has different reasons. And so the best way is simply to go back in time, try to analyze what happened. Is it because the piece is not well learned? Is it because you are afraid of the memory? Or is it because there are people sitting down there and you are afraid that, maybe you don't do well? What would your peers think? What would my parents think? Maybe my teacher will scold me. I don't know. It could be any reason. So I want you to go back in time and try to come up with the reasons why you are nervous on stage. Once you know the reason, there is more likely a chance you can improve from that. Okay. And I have always found that one of the best way to get over nervousness is simply by preparing well. I know this advice, is so easy to say, much easier to say than to actually do it. But one of the ways to prepare your performance very well is by planning your performance, your schedule a little bit better. So you leave yourself with more time to prepare. And you know that, oh, I have a very important concert coming up in 6 months' time. So you want to plan it so that, you have 6 months, you know that you must memorize the piece by a certain time. So those are things that you have in control. So there's more likely a chance that you feel like more prepared on the stage. And I have always found that, when I have very good preparation, I do a good job, and I can finally enjoy, the stage. I can enjoy the performance. So most of the time, I just want to practice well and plan everything ahead of time so I can enjoy performing. It's very simple. The better prepared, the more enjoyment I get out of it. And the last thing is, to train yourself playing for people, because not everybody has a lot of opportunities to perform in front of an audience. But your audience could be your parents, your teacher, your friends, or nowadays you can simply go online, virtual concerts on your Facebook page. So playing for people and creating opportunities to play for people is always very helpful. And I've also found that, by recording yourself and listening back to, all your practice or your performances, it helps a lot. And I'm actually doing a 100 days practice challenge right now on my Instagram. So everybody can feel free to follow me there and post practice, clips. So that's it about, presenting to an audience. It takes practice, but it definitely can be done. And the more you do it, the more you will feel comfortable. See, recorded. Yeah, the 100 days of practice is I simply record a clip from my practice a day, and I post it on Instagram. You can find it there at Ching-Yun on Instagram. This is to answer Sam's question. So there we go. These are all my wanted to share with you guys today. I was a very shy person growing up. Even when I was at Juilliard, I was extremely shy. I could not talk to people. And I had a lot of training. I was with Concert Artist Guild for 3 years, and they really taught me how to talk to people to the point now I cannot stop. I just really enjoy speaking to people like today. So that's everything I wanted to share with you about stage presence. And thank you very much for attending today's workshop. And before we go, I actually want to share with you, I want to invite you to an event at my festival. It is coming up on March 14th, and it's a interview with Gary Grothman. And the registration is for free, and everybody can attend. And it's, I will be talking with Gary at his home, and he will be live. So can you imagine that? You can go online and ask him questions, and he will just be, talking with us about all his interesting stories. So, okay, so that's, I hope everybody will attend.
Thank you so much, Ching-Yun, for your performance and your presentation today. We really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Adam.
Everybody who attended today's workshop. This is the final workshop of the day. We have a few more master classes, which I know you have to get to one. So is there anything else you'd like to say, Ching-Yun?
I know. I'm very happy to be here, and I really enjoy all the comments I'm reading. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you so much, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your master classes. If you're not performing, please check them out. If you are performing, good luck, and we hope it goes well for you. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.